Hello and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Monday the 14th of June 2021. Here's another supplementary video. This is of the New York Times hard level puzzle for today. Let's have a bash at it, shall we? Without further ado, I see a 4 here. Let me just keyboard a bit, excuse me. Blocking its way along here, and I see a 4 here. Blocking its way along here, and I see a 4 here blocking that square there. So that has to be the first number that we see, first number that I see anyway, and that was pretty immediate. Sometimes numbers just kind of jump up at you, you know, and that might be the only one, of course. No, I see 7 here, 7 here, 7 here, and 7 here. 4 7s surrounding this central block, and if you take all of those into account, you'll see that that there has to be a 7. In column 1 here, I see 7s intersecting everywhere. Look, 7 here, so no 7 in this square, 7 in this block, so these 3 are out, and down here this square is blocked because of this 7, so that's a 7 there. That could be it as far as the gimmies are concerned. Are you seeing anything else that's easy? I must admit I'm not, and so I'm going to start looking seriously for interesting numbers. Okay, what do we have? What's looking useful? Okay, let's stuff in some pairs, shall we? Let's put candidate 1s in these 2 locations because of this square and this square, which are intersecting. Let's put candidate 6 in this square and this square because of this, which blocks along this row, and this 6, which blocks along this row here. So I guess we're only 2 places left. Let's see that this 5 blocks along here, so 5 candidates we can place here and here. 7s we can put up here because of this 7 blocking along here, and this 7 blocking along here, and the 7 that we have here which goes down, of course. 9, we have a 9 here and a 9 here, so that allows us to place candidate 9 in those 2 places there. We have a 6 here and a 6 here, so that will give us 6s in those 2 squares. And we have 2 in those 2 squares too, so that's our first interesting combination. Right, this 2 and this 2 and this 6 and this 6 block these 4 cells, so that leaves us with 2 and 6 up there, and that will be, hopefully that will be interesting for us, because it means we can't have any other numbers in there. So now we can place 9 candidates along here because this 9 blocks these 2 squares. We can place 8 candidates here because this 8 blocks these 2 squares, and that will actually give us an 8 here because obviously 8 is now blocked from this row, and 8 is blocked from this row because of that 8. And if you look right to the bottom, you'll find an 8 here, which blocks up this column, right? Anything else that we can see? Okay, so 9 is a missing number. In this column where we have our 2, 6 pattern now, 9 is a missing number, and we don't have 9, so we can fill it in as a pair of candidates in these two squares. And now that we have 9 and 9 here, that means in this block over here, 9 has to exist in the bottom row. Alright, so that's a 9 there and a 9 there, because we're blocked because of this square here. This 9 also blocks these two squares, so we can put that in the two places where we have 5s, and that's going to be hopefully slightly useful, because that will give us a 4 and 8 in the two empty cells. 4, 8, 4, 8. So 8's now blocking along here. This 8 blocks this square, and this 8 blocks up this column, so 8's are either here or here. And the 4 here in this row blocks along that row, and this 4 blocks down that column, and this 4 blocks this square, so 4 is now in fact discovered to be here. And when we take that digit and bring it across, and we see that 4 blocks across here, and we see that the 4 blocks down here, that means there's only one square left where we can place a 4. It's got to go there. It will also give us a pair of candidates down here. 4, 4. And in fact, we've got 4 blocking down this column, and we've got 4 blocking along this row. So in fact, candidate 4 is in these two squares only. We can place 2 now, because this 2 here, okay, blocks up there, and we have another 2 here blocking along this row, so we can place 2, oops, excuse me, 2, and we can place 6. Okay, and we can also find out the missing number here, and it's a 3 in fact, because that's the only thing left along that row to get. This has to be a 3 along here as well. Now in fact we can place the 8, because this 8 blocks these two squares, so that's an 8, and now we can fill in the 3. Okay, and only one number to get now, that's a 9, so in it goes, and then clearly that's a 9 down here now, and this one isn't. Oh, I tried to click the delete key and click the page down by accident. I do apologize. There, that's the delete key. See what my poor computer has to put up with. Okay, what's missing there? That's 1 and 5. Okay. All right. Let's try something else. What's missing along the center? 1. Okay, so let's fill in candidate 2 in this square and this square, because we have a 2 here and a 2 here, I should say. And we have 2's here going all the way along, right, and 2's here going all the way along, and so that means 2 is limited to here and here. So you'll notice, look, we have 2s here, a 2 here, a 2 here, and up in here we have 2 and a 2. None of them are in the central column, and that means up here we are limited to 2 in the central column. Right. Unfortunately, over here 2 can be in any of 3 squares, so unfortunately we can't quite get the 2's just yet. But what else? Okay, so I forgot to remove, so we have a 9, and so in fact this is now clearly a 5, and our 9 must go there now. That 9 can't stand anymore, and so we can go here and fit 9 there. Okay, down here now we have 2, 8 or a 2, so I guess that's because the 8 can't go there, so clearly that is a 2, and clearly that is an 8, and there's one number to get here. What are we missing? We've got 1, 2, it's a 5 we're missing. Okay, 5 goes like so. Now I see that 5 will block up this column, and we have a 5 here blocking along this row, so we now know that 5 is a candidate in these 2 squares, and over here 5 and 5 go in those 2 squares there. We have a 7 here which is blocking along this row, and we have 7 down here which is blocking this square, and so that limits 7 to these 2 places here. Okay, I was hoping I could see something. Wasting time actually, just looking in the wrong place, I think. So this 8 down here blocks along this row, and we have another 8 up here blocking down here, so that's candidate 8 in these 2 squares here. That's not going to do a great deal, but anyway. Where to look? 5 is now squeezed into this square or this square because of this 5 and this 5. Okay, so I think it's time to start looking for what I don't have. That's a strange thing. You're going to say, I haven't been looking for that already? And the answer is yes, of course I have, but it means I'm going to have to fill in all candidates, I think. So let's begin up here with this 1 blocking up this column, and so 1 is a possibility here, here and here. 2 we have already. 3 is blocked in 1 square because of this, I should say. 4 we have already. 5 is in the block already. 6 we haven't filled in any 6s yet. Okay, so 6 here blocks that square, but is that the only one? Yeah, it looks like it is. So, okay, 6, 6, 6, and 6, 7 we have already, 8 we have already, 9 we have already done. So let's go down the chute and see that 1 blocks this square here. So 1 and here, 2 we have already. This 3 blocks down here, and that's it. Do believe we haven't got any 3s anywhere else. That's interesting. So 3 here, 4 we have already. 5 we have blocking down here, and that's it. So 5, 5. 6, well, we have this 6 blocking this square, and we also have this 6 blocking down. So 6, 6 and 6. 7 we have already, 8 we have already, 9 we have already. Okay, let's do a quick error check, make sure we haven't made any massive faux pas. No, looks okay. So I'm just going to carry on now. 1 blocking down here, so 1, 1, 1, 1, 2 we have already. 3 we have this 3 here blocking down, so 3, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last number we need to get is 8, and there's an 8 intersecting along the bottom row here, so that's an 8, 8, 8, and 8. Okay. Is that going to do anything amazing for us? Not just yet. Okay, so let's continue along. No 1s anywhere yet, so 1s here, 2s we have already, 3s, nope, don't know anything. Four's already in there, 5s we haven't placed yet. We've got a 5 here blocking down. Any cross? No. So, oops, 5, 5, 5, 5. 6s are limited to this square, and this square because of this 6 and this 6. Sorry if the screen is jumping around slightly. 7s we have, 8s we have, 9s we have. Right, okay. Now let's examine more thoroughly. Well, I'm not seeing anything amazing. I'm not sure if you are or not, but I'm not, and I'm the one playing it on camera. So this 1 blocks up here. Oh, we know we've got 1 and 3 is the last numbers to fill in up here, I should say. I know that already. Right now, any 1s in this top block here? No. So we can fill in 1s anywhere. We haven't got any matching pairs or naked pairs or anything there, so what to fill in. 2s, well, okay, 2s are blocked from this row because of this. Oh, 2's done already. 3s not done yet. Any intersecting 3s? No. Four we have already. 5 blocks across this row because of this, and there's also a 5 down here blocking this. Oh, 5 we've got already. Oops. 6, yes, we have this 6 down here blocking this column, and that's it. So 6, 6, 6, and 6. 7. Do we not have 7s yet? No. 7s are in the corner squares because they're running across the middle. 7, 7, 7, and 7. 8, 9 we have. Oh dear, it's another one of those days when I've filled in more than I really should have, I'm sure. Oh look, I've misplaced it. So I didn't realise we had a 2 up here, and I've put in a 2 here, so we get rid of that. That was silly of me. 4, 8, 9, that's better. This is the point where I really need to check and see if I've made any mistakes in filling in candidates, because I'm just slowing myself down, of course. And clearly, mistaking candidate filling here is filling in a 2, when in fact I have a 2 up here. So let's get rid of that 2, and I believe that in that block now, that is the only 2. So that's got to go there. That's still not going to do a great deal though. And this is in fact the only 6 in this row now, right? There's no 6s along there anymore. So we can place a 6 there, and we can remove candidate 6 in those squares there. So that will provide us with a 3. And let's get rid of candidate 3 here and here, and of course here and everywhere along this row. 3 like so. And let's not forget up here, get rid of candidate 3, quite a lot of them around. That will leave a pair of 6s here, a pair of 6s here and here. Of course, we must also get rid of candidate 6 up here, which I almost forgot to do. Okay. And that leaves us with a 1-3 pair here now. So now we can get rid of 1s and 3s along here like so. What else? I feel I'm quite close to grasping something, but I'm not really sure what. Of course. So of course now we have 2 6 here and a 2 6 here. So no 2 or 6 here. That will leave us with 1 and 3. And importantly, that will actually give us the last remaining 2. 2 is here, isn't it? So 2 goes there. And we can remove candidate 2 here. Okay. What else do I need? So 6 is now limited to this column, and so when we bring down here, that's no 6 there anymore, and that just leaves the 1 position for 6 in that block, so 6 goes there now. Here we have 1 3 and 1 3, so this has got to be a 9, hasn't it? And this here 8 or 9, so that's an 8 clearly. Let's get rid of candidate 8. Oh, hold on a second. Let's put that 4 in first and that 8 in, since we're in the mood to do that. And also that 8 has to appear here, doesn't it? Okay. So let's get rid of candidate 8 there, and that 1 3 1 3 means we can get rid of 1 3 here and 1 3 there. The 8 that we filled in means that that's now a 1. Last number here is a 3. Okay. Oh, excuse me again, my crazy mouse is doing weird things. Okay, so of course we have this 8, so this is clearly now a 5, and this is a 4, and the last number in this block is 9. Okay. We must have almost got it by now for sure. Okay, so get rid of, let's do some getting rid of candidates. Let's get rid of candidate 8 there and give ourselves an 8 to place here. An 8 to place sounds like I'm betting or something. Okay, and what else? 1 or 5, well, we have a 1 now, so clearly that's a 5, and the last number here is a 4. Let's get rid of some candidates just to clean up a little bit, because otherwise it's getting very difficult to see what I need and what I don't need. Okay, so 1 and 3 here, but I already have a 3, so clearly that's got to be a 1, and this has to be a 5, and this is a 1. So that is a 1 up here now. Let's get rid of candidate 1 here, oops, and here, and of course that leaves us with just a 3 here and a 5 here. 1 or 3, we have the 1 already in this row, so that's 3. Leaves us with 2 6 pair, that looks okay. Let's get rid of candidate 3 here and here now. And that will give us a pair of 1s here, pointing candidates, so that can't be a 1. That's got to be a 3. The 1 is in fact here. 2 6 2 0. We're going to have that yet? Not yet. Okay, let's have this square here now is a 1 because we have a 3 already, so that's our 3 there. Looking down here, we have a 1 and we have a 3, so that's got to be a 7. The last number here is 3, I believe. So candidate 7 here now blocks 7 and 7 there. We have a 5 here already, so clearly this square has to be a 6, that's a 1. That now is a 7, that's a 5. The last number in this row now is 6, so that's got to be a 2, that's a 7. This 2 means that this is a 6. And finally, of course, this is a 2. Thank you for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed this Sudoku puzzle. Come back and see us again another time. Thank you very much. Please subscribe to the channel. Bye-bye.